In order to obtain this rune, you will need to turn in a total of 25 unique books, which are located all across Azeroth, to either Owen Thad here in the Undercity if you are a Horde player, or to Garion Wendell, the Librarian, in Stormwind City if you are an Alliance player. There are 6 new Phase 3 books, which I will go over the locations of in this video. Additionally, in order to get to 25 books, you will need to collect some of the Phase 1 and Phase 2 books. I do have videos showing the locations of both of these phases books, which I will link in the description as well as in the pinned comment. There are 10 generic Phase 1 books, as well as 3 Horde-specific and 3 Alliance-specific books, of which I cover the Horde-specific ones in my video. There are also 8 unique Phase 2 books, so you will need to get a combination of books from all phases until you get to 25 total books to turn them in and get this new rune. The first new Phase 3 book that we're going to look at is located here in Azshara at 2162, just on top of this crate here. Click the book, wait for the cast to finish, and you will obtain the Everyday Etiquette book. And in order to get there for Horde players, starting from the flight path in Azshara, you will head just a little bit south through the woods until you see these ruins, at which point you can climb up through the ruins, past the level 46-ish enemies to find the book right here on a crate. The next book is located here at 5116 in the Feralas zone, inside of the Nightmare Incursion portal on this pillar. You can find the book to right-click and obtain the Liminal and the Arcane. Starting here at Camp Mohachi, if you follow the path all the way to the west, we'll be heading to the Nightmare portal here in the northeast corner of the zone, although alternatively it may be quicker to come from the Shadowprey village in Desolus and come south just here, and you will see the Nightmare portal is just in front of you here. Either way, you will want to make your way up and into the Nightmare Incursion portal. Just keep in mind that this area is filled with level 50 enemies, so be careful making your way in. While your character is alive, you will want to make your way through this portal to enter the Emerald Nightmare. You will know that you are in the correct zone because of this buff on your buff bar, at which point you will want to make your way south to the area that I showed you at the beginning of this section. Just keep in mind, once again, that this area is full of level 51 plus enemies, so be careful as you make your way through it. And the book will be located by the pillar up on this structure back here. Just to show you what that looks like, thankfully the graveyards are close, so from the portal you will head back this way towards that structure that I pointed out before. And you'll have to forgive me here because I was searching for this myself, so there was quite a bit of running around, and again, level 51 enemies that are a little bit tricky to deal with. But I think that the easiest way to show you would be like this, starting from the graveyard right near the portal. You can see it's a pretty short walk up to this structure, where you can then take a res if you need to, and quickly collect the book from just behind the pillar to get the Liminal and the Arcane book. Again, located right here at 5116 inside the Nightmare portal in the Feralas zone. The next book that we're going to look at is located here at 7247 in the Tanaris zone. You will want to enter this building here towards the back right of the pirate camp. Enter the building to locate the book on a bookshelf right back here. Click on it, wait for the cast to finish, and obtain your Legends of the Tidesages book. In order to get here, you can start off at Gadget Stand in the Tanaris zone, and then you will head to the east and then south into the pirate camp, which I will show you here. Begin heading east across the desert until you reach the shore and find this cave here at 6841, at which point you can cross through the cave and then continue south towards the pirate camp. The enemies around here are level 45, so you may want to be careful as it is a long run back. Begin clearing your way through the camp as necessary, and then from the main entrance you can enter here, and once again it is going to be this building in the back right corner. I will skip through this footage as it did take me a while to clear the area out and figure out which building it was in, but just keep in mind that there are many level 45 enemies in this area that you will have to contend with, but once you do and you've cleared a path, enter the building as I just did, and you will find the book on this bookshelf just in the back at 7348. Once again, right-click the book, wait for the cast to finish, and you will obtain your Legends of the Tidesages book. The next book is located here at 3673 in the Hinterlands zone, just inside of Shadra'Alor. You will find it on the easternmost temple behind this wall. Right-click the book on the ground to obtain your Venomous Journeys book. Starting just outside of Shadra'Alor, we will need to walk down and to the left. This area is once again full of level 45 enemies, so do be careful as you approach this easternmost temple just here. You can walk up the stairs, clear out any enemies that you need to, and if you look off just to the right, you will see just behind this wall the book that you will need to click. As always, wait for the cast to finish, and then you will obtain your Venomous Journeys book, again, located here at 3673 in the Hinterlands zone. The next book is located here at 3849 in the Searing Gorge zone. You will find it on a table inside of a tent in the Cauldron area. Right-click on the book, wait for the cast to finish, and you will obtain your Mind of Metal book. In order to get here, I started off at Kargath in the Badlands zone, and then simply headed west into the Searing Gorge, although if you have the flight path at Thorium Point, that would certainly be quicker. Heading south from Kargath, you will turn to the right to enter the Searing Gorge, and then simply continue heading west along this large valley in the ground. What I did was jump off just here for a little shortcut at 4062, and then continued along, hugging the wall until you see the tent just here on the northern side of the valley. This area is full of level 47 or higher enemies, so do be careful, but once the coast is clear, you can enter the tent to find the book right here at 3849 on the table in the tent, and once again, right-click the book, wait for the cast to finish, and you will obtain your A Mind of Metal book. The final new Phase 3 book is called the Stonewrought design, and it can be found here inside the Forgewright's tomb inside of Blackrock Mountain. This can be a little bit hard to show on the map, but if you are in the Burning Steps, it would be here at 4964, and it would be just off of the map in the Searing Gorge. In order to get here, I started at Thorium Point before heading south into the entrance to the Blackrock Mountain. Thorium Point is actually just north of the previous book that we collected, so this would be a good time to go there and get the flight path if you don't have it. Once you locate the entrance to Blackrock Mountain, we will head in following the path until we see this chain leading to the middle of the room. Carefully cross the chain, and then head down 1, 2, 3 flights of stairs until you find the book just on the corner of this tomb. Once again, right-click the book, wait for the cast to finish, and you will obtain the Stonewrought design book right here at 4864 inside the Blackrock Mountain zone. Lastly, you will head to Owenthad, located at 7532 in the Magic Quarter of the Undercity, or the Alliance equivalent in Stormwind. Make sure that you have all 6 of the new books in your inventory, and then speak to Owenthad. He will have a new quest available for each book that you have with you. Speak to him to complete the quest, which will also give you a comprehension charm. And after you have turned in 25 of these quests, he will offer the Greater Friend of the Library quest. You can continue to turn in additional books after this if you would like, as that may be useful for later phases. But once you're ready, complete the Greater Friend of the Library quest to obtain your Deep Freeze Rune engraving. The Deep Freeze Rune can be engraved onto your helm slot and will grant you an instant cast ability with a 30-second cooldown that will stun the target for a full 5 seconds as long as they were already frozen. This is a great rune for PvP and also adds some nice utility to the Mage toolkit, and I hope that this video helped you to obtain it. Enjoy your new rune and have a great day. Peace.